welcome to my channel. My name is Dusti and this is my channel, My Thrifted Home. So it's been a month since I could go to any estate sales. First of all, with the holidays, I kind of stopped the week before Christmas, then of course none for Christmas, none over New Year's. And then they were supposed to start again this week, but now we have winter weather advisories. And here in North Carolina, if a single snowflake has fallen, the state's done. So not having anything and they're postponing it, which I get it. We are originally from Nebraska, so we know about snow. I mean, it didn't get serious unless there was at least 50, 60 mile an hour wind gusts with snow coming down to the tune of maybe 12 inches or more. And then if the wind chills got below like 20 or 30 or 40, then we got concerned about the weather. But here, they just don't mess around. And you know what? I love that because now it's automatic snow day. The snow, they don't have equipment for it other than some brine. So we can't salt the roads. We don't have plows. And it really wouldn't make any sense for us to have them because like here in Fayetteville, we haven't even had any of this kind of weather for 2 years. Raleigh, it's been 1,000 some days because it doesn't happen here in this part of the state. So it wouldn't work to have the equipment to maintain it for the potential of snow every 3 to 10 years, So I was going through withdrawals, not being able to go to a estate sale. So I went to Mavericks. It's Mavericks Thrift House. It's a newer thrift store. I want to say they opened September, October of this year. And anyhow, it's an awesome little thrift store. And when I went today, they've actually doubled their size because they have so much inventory they want to sell. And it's a great thrift store. The prices are phenomenal. It's clean. There's a lot of variety. It's wonderful. I love it. And the funds go to help children with a specific type of Down syndrome because Maverick, the owner's son, has Down syndrome. So they're trying to help him as well as other children in their families with this kind of challenge. So not only do you get some great thrifted stuff, but they get to be supported by your buying from them. So I think it's a wonderful thing. So it was a good haul. So let's get into it and I'll show you what I got. So all this stuff I'm starting with is stuff that I'm keeping. Actually, I'll start with, I got this for my daughter Kelly, but this was her favorite book as a child, and she does still have her original copy. So I'm either going to keep it in my library or I might potentially send it to my niece Hayden because I think she would like it. So maybe going to Hayden. But this one I did get for Callie. So I think this is a movie from maybe the 70s. It's called Born Free. And this is Joy Adamson and how she took care of, bonded with a wild lion and her cubs. So it's a really heartwarming story, and this is her story about herself. So I thought Callie would like that. Callie loves anything to do with nature and animals, and especially dinosaurs, which girl after my heart. I love dinosaurs too. So then these four things are for Haley. So they had old back issues. This is 1993 of Southern Accent. And I know she likes pink, so I thought she'd enjoy having this to look at. So that's for Haley. There is also 3 copies. There's this one from 93, 94, and 99. And this set of 3 is going to be in my shop. So if you'd like some old vintage magazines, Southern Accent decorating magazines, this will be in my shop. And I'm going to sell all 3 of them together as a bundle. So that ought to be fun. And then also for Haley she is a 90s baby. She was born in 92. So she loves a lot of the 90s. So I got her some plates. This one says French Garden, and this one says Laurel Hearts. And honestly, they kind of remind her of her Grandma Ann, because Grandma Ann loved the 90s decor, like the little geese and everything, and blue was her favorite color. So those are for Haley. And then the last thing I found for Haley was this cute little basket. I don't know if she'll keep the apple on it or not, but it would be cute either to put stuff in her kitchen or hang on her basket wall. So that's for Haley. Then for myself, I found this for Valentine's Day, my birthday, and I don't know if it's truly stitched or if it's just stamped on front, but I don't care. I think it's beautiful. I love it. So that'll be to my decor. And then I also got a little red Bible for Valentine's Day. And this one is from 1968, so it's almost as old as me. Then I found this, and it's not marked, and it's missing its top, but I don't really care because look at the detail in the flowers. Isn't it beautiful? So I plan to use that for spring and summer. And then this, I thought about putting it in my shop, but I just love it too much, and I wanted to use it now for Valentine's Day because of the pink and red and the white. I just thought it was too pretty, so I'll have to find a spot for that with my decor. Then I got myself some magazines, so I'm going to show some of these fun ones. I have, this is 2017 Southern Living for Thanksgiving. Then we have December 2016 Christmas, love the image. Then we got this one, 1993, look at this one. Isn't that gorgeous? I love old magazines. Plus they were so inexpensive. Then we have this one from North Carolina, our state, 2002. And this one, December 2003. I love our state magazine. When we moved here and I didn't know anything really about North Carolina, I got a subscription right away so I could learn about the state. And then the last one is a 1999 Southern Accents for the holidays for myself because I just love the holidays, so can't wait to enjoy those. Then I got myself some books. Is that a shock or what? So I got this one, Dream a Little Dream by Susan Elizabeth Phillips. It looks like a little romance novel, so that could be fun. Then we have this one, The Dangerous Hour by Marcia Muller. It's a mystery, which I used to hate mysteries, but now I love them. Mysteries and thrillers and true crime. That's like my trifecta. Then this one is an older one. Let's see, it's wearing out, but I don't mind, and it's renewal. It was published in 1974. And I have one like this. It's my King of the Dollhouse issue, and it's that yearling. So I thought this was cool, and I kind of felt like I needed to rescue it because I know it's worn, but I just love it. Then this one, some of these had dust jackets, but I hate dust jackets. So when I get a book, that's the first thing to go. But this one was by Janet Oak, Too Long a Stranger. I don't know if you've ever read any Janet Oak books. I want to say she wrote a series, Love Comes Softly series. And oh my gosh, that is one of my favorite series. Love it. So if you like Little House on the Prairie, her Love Comes Softly series is a lot like Little House. You would love it. Then we have this one that is, find my date here, 1953. Well, it looks like reset 1963. So I first saw it on the cupboard like this, and I thought, oh, this is an old book. So 1963, John Steinbeck short novels. So thought that was cool, liked it. Then this was one of those, I think it's Reader's Digest, where there's several stories in one. And I usually don't care for those because a lot of times I either don't recognize any of the stories or there's only one out of the four I like, and I don't feel like buying a book for one story. So this one looks like the final copy was 1987. It's CBS Murders, Fitzgeralds and Kennedys, and Super Carriers, and Inside the Palace, Rise and Fall of Ferdinand and Mila Marcos. So I thought that sounded fascinating. Plus, I love a hardbound book. And then the last one is The Most of Nora Ephron. And if you don't know who Nora Ephron is, she is the one that did You've Got Mail, When Harry Met Sally, Sleepless in Seattle, Heartburn, just all those kind of fun, feel-good type, I don't know what you want to call them, rom-coms maybe, but I love her stuff. So I'm excited to look into this. So that's all the stuff is mine. Now this is the stuff everyone else probably interested in, because this is the stuff that's going in the shop. And I already shared the Southern accents with you. So then we also have some more books for the shop. There's this one that's 1989 Spirit of Christmas, which if you like Spirit of Christmas, they have a lot of like crafts and recipes in them and decor. They're gorgeous books. But also, how fun is this cover with St. Nick on it? So great for display too. So this will be in my shop. And then I know everyone likes the Better Homes and Gardens checkered cookbooks, which I haven't seen one for a while. But this one is a 1976 Betty Crocker. So how fun is this? So this will be in my shop. And it's aged, but it's aged beautifully. There's no rips or stains, so a nice, beautiful Betty Crocker cookbook. Then we have this one, which is Ladies Home Journal, Book of Interior Decorating, which I'll probably peruse through this one before it goes in the shop because it looked like fun. And the year on this one is 1957. So this is what it looks like. But then it's, look at the decor from the 50s. I mean, how fun is that? So I'll probably take a peruse through it before it goes into the shop. And then the last book is a 1985 Annual Recipes Southern Living. And I'm still up for debate whether I'm going to put it in the shop or not because the image just gets me. And I do love Southern Living. And look at all the recipes. I don't know, I might not be able to part with this one. So it may or may not be in the shop. It's to be determined. Now this other stuff, there's three more items for the shop. And let's start with these. These are the alabaster stone fruit. So it's it's not plastic, it's not rubber, it's not resin, it's a type of alabaster, and this is wood. So there's two kinds, they're both grapes. And I know a lot of people like to use these for display because of how real they look in their kitchen. So each of these will be in my shop. I'll probably list them separately, so you can get one or both, but those will be in the shop. And then there's this old sewing notion box, which I've gotten a lot of different sewing notions, and people I think really enjoy those. It makes neat display. And you look at that, I don't know the age on it, but it's really cool. And it doesn't have all of its attachments, so evidently something here and here is missing, but it still has quite a bit of stuff that's really cool. So I thought that would be fun for somebody that wants to have that as part of a sewing decor. And then the last is a creamer and a sugar. They're marked on the bottom Encyco Pewter. Let's see if this will focus so you can see the little emblem there. But there's the creamer. And it's nice and heavy. I mean, it's pewter, and the scalloped edges, it's just gorgeous. That's this creamer, and here's the sugar. Same scallop edging and handles. So pretty, and same marking on the bottom. So those two will be in my shop. So yeah, it was a pretty good thrift haul. I was really impressed with Mavericks. Plus now that they've grown so much, I'm gonna have to keep touring back more often. Maybe try and hit them once a month. So let's have a verse. I did do a short recently, and I can include a link in the description where I talked about my own little personal prayer box, which, let me get it for you. I liked sharing like Bible verses, and they have some of those ones that are the little ones, the verse of the day. I found one at an estate sale and gave it to my daughter because on one side it had a Bible verse, the other side has a prayer. And then I got to thinking, I kind of want to make my own. So I bought this recipe box on Amazon. And the nice thing is it has a ridge here, so if you wanted to put, you know, a picture there and leave it sitting out, I could, instead of putting it on my fridge. And inside, I've just gotten different assorted Let me find them here. Postcards. Like there's this one. Isn't that cute? Retro site. And then it's just plain. And then there's like the kitty cats. And then there's also this one, which is different old landmark pictures, just blank. And I've been writing Bible verses on it my own self, verses that speak to me, or you could put quotes on it, you know. So this is the one I'm using today for our little verse. And it says, don't worry about anything, but in everything through prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. Philippians 4:6. So how true is that not to worry about anything, not to fret, not to have anxiety over it, because we can leave it with God, that we can come to him and thank him that he's always working on our behalf, that he's always working for us, and that he's always working for his good and ours too. That he doesn't sleep, he doesn't take a day off, he doesn't call in sick, he's always at work. And sometimes, from our perspective, it's hard to see how it's working out. Or maybe a door is closed and we don't understand why it closed, and we feel like, oh my gosh, that was the worst thing ever to have that happen to me, was to have that door closed, or that person pass away, or lose that job, or, you know, my house be wiped out, or I got sick, terminally sick, or someone I love got sick. And those are really hard, heavy things. And it's human and natural to feel that anxiety, that fear, that sorrow, that frustration. And he wants to comfort us, but he also reminds us, come to me. I can carry that burden. I can be a comfort for you. I can be there. I want to take that and turn it for your good. Trust me. So I love that this is a reminder that we don't have to worry about anything, because he's taking care of our greatest needs. He's overcome death, and he's taken care of sin. And because he's taken care of those two greatest needs, everything else just falls right in line after that, you know? It'd be like you want to learn how to do something, and if you learn how to do the hardest thing, all the other stuff will be easy because you did the hardest thing first. So for us, being what we are, the hardest thing to take care of was to overcome death and overcome sin. Because without him, those are the two things we cannot overcome ourselves. But he did, for our sakes. So if he can handle that for our sake, he can handle everything else. So there you go. And yeah, that's today's haul. There probably will a little bit of a decorate with me, so stay tuned. And for now, bye for now. All right, so this will be after my Valentine's tour. So if you haven't seen my Valentine's tour, I'll make sure to link it here in the description. But so we put the one little creamer right here in with this grouping. And I love how it looks. Let me pull back so you can see the whole view. Love it. Basically everything I got today went into this room, because then over here, and all my little New Testaments and Bibles, there's the red one. Just a little pop of color right in there with the other red. Love it. And then the last little thing, the little heart, there it is on the table with the other little rosebuds. Love it. Love all the pink and red and hearts and all the little hearty Valentine stuff. So sweet. Love it. Love it. Love it. Well, there you go, friends. Thanks for joining me and for the itty bitty little bit of decorate with me and my little thrift haul from Mavericks Thrift House. And thanks for being my friend. I really appreciate it. And I just know that I love you. Jesus loves you even more. And bye for now.